Hello and welcome back. It's Dixie and Normus on Survival. So I was reading through the comments on my last video because I had asked for some feedback, and I forgot to address what he had said. He asked, next time you make a farm, explain to us what it is and what it's for. So he has a good point. I'm making these farms, but people don't understand why. Why do I have a sugarcane farm? Why am I shredding it? What am I shredding? What does that mean? So I just figured I'd make a quick video to explain that kind of stuff. So if you watched my last video, you'll notice two things. One, we have 82 million. Number two, we don't have our shards anymore. I sold the shards for money because I needed the money more than the shards. The sugarcane is a really good shard farm. So if we do /shop, you can see shards, souls, and tokens. And then this shop that's already pulled up is the money shop or the cash shop. So that's what you'd buy with your balance. And then when you click on the shards, it'll pull up the shards tab. Shards really doesn't have anything worth a whole lot besides the shredded gear and the fact that you can use shards to create to buy claim blocks. Shredded gear is like half decent gear if you want to just jump in and do some quick PvPing real quick, or have some decent like shovel, pickaxe, axe, whatever. They're not bad priced at all, but I do recommend getting a multi-tool if you're not. Even if you are a donator and have like Slawwall, multi-tool is incredibly helpful, especially on Skyblock. Oh yeah, back to shop. Shards are earned by shredding. What is shredding? So shredding, let's look at this for example. This is an auto miner. So every time the cobblestone and the lava and the water make cobblestone or stone, this barrel is mining it instantly. And that is based on the TPS, which has been 20 lately. And this specifically is a really good example for everything I'm going to cover. Points too. So here we have shred, auto shred. So normally on an auto miner, that's 7 million to upgrade. So this one's already got it upgraded, so that's what we've got it activated to do. So that means every time a block is generated, it will automatically shred that block and turn it into some decimal point of a block. If you're looking at the right hand side of my screen, you could see the shards are going up slowly. 0.38, 0.61, 0.71, 0.85, 0.98, 0.11, 0.25, 0.37, etc. So it's slowly going up, and some of that is from this, not a whole lot of it, but some of it is coming from this. But every time a sugarcane grows, oh come on, there we go. Okay, so I've got right here, we've got a chest hopper. Right now it's set to, it has shredding unlocked, and it has auto saw unlocked and condense. but we're using this for sugarcane right now, and you don't condense sugarcane, so there's no point there. So right now it's set to auto shred, which means in this chunk, which if we press F3 and G at the same time, you can see this chunk, all the sugarcane growing in this chunk. Every time one grows or matures, it will automatically shred and turn into a point or a decimal point of a shard. And then we have the exact same thing on this side. Except I noticed near the bottom of this one there's quite a bit of sugarcane missing, so I'm gonna fix that later. But yeah, they're pretty good. It's a pretty good farm for shards, and it's not expensive. It's pretty cheap. I'm pretty sure, yeah, chest toppers don't usually cost too much, do they? Or am I thinking of chest? Yeah, 53 million isn't bad. Considering you can get like 800k per vote key right now, it's not bad. You just have to vote for a few days and sell your vote keys, or you can be ballsy and open your vote keys and try to sell whatever you get from the vote key. Anyways, that's shards, and that's how you get shards, by shredding, having them set to shred. So every time one grows, one shreds. See how there's a couple missing? I gotta come through and fix some of these. And then in here, when I was placing cocoa beans, I noticed there was, it's gonna be really hard to get into now, but I noticed there was like actual entire rows missing. I can't get to it right now, but whatever. It's there. Just believe me. I'm trying to get out, but there we go. And then souls. So personally, I go to P-Warp v Suisino, whatever. I come to this guy's base, and I just bring a good sword and I just kill these guys, and that's how you get souls, from killing passive mobs. And then if we do /shop, you can see souls. Souls are a little more important because you can buy actual spawn eggs, specific spawn eggs, so that could help you if you wanted to get like witch eggs or something like that. I don't know how much a witch egg would cost. 6,500 souls. So that could be a valuable thing. Or you can buy spawners with 30,000, which really I think is not a good deal. And then soul pouches. So some people like this guy rely on people killing the passive mobs for him, and then turning around and selling the soul pouches to him. Because look, 350,000 for a soul pouch. And then I'll show you how much a soul pouch costs. 315 souls. So, I mean, if you could sit here and you have some kits or some swords, or you got extra diamonds or iron and you're a new player, come to this guy's place. I show it up again. P-Warp v Suissino. Come here and just kill these guys and get a bunch of souls and sell them to him. He didn't ask me to show this off or anything. He doesn't even know I'm doing YouTube probably, but that's what I do to get souls. One other feature I can't show you physically, but I can explain to you, is barrels. So we'll explain tokens first, I guess. So the token shop is a really important shop because you can get quite a few different things here. There's nothing really important here. You can trade your vote keys. One vote key is worth 1 token, which really in my opinion is not worth it. You can buy vote keys, or I mean other keys with your tokens, which I don't recommend. You can buy any kit, which in the spawn eggs kits is recommended, because those eggs could be worth, you know, 800 to 1,000,000 a piece or more. If you get the spawn egg, I think 3 or 2 it is, one of them, it has the witch spawn egg, which sells for like 35 million on its own. So getting tokens is important, but getting tokens is hard. Cause how do you get tokens? You have to sell spawners, which means you have to get buy a spawner and change the spawner to an animal, and then turn around and sell the spawner to the token shop for a really small amount. So that's why token bags are worth quite a bit. But with tokens you can also buy storage barrels, which is where I was leading to with the shards thing. So I don't have a storage barrel, nor do I have a need for one on survival. But a storage barrel holds 40,964, I think is the exact number of items it can hold. And then for 10,000 shards you can upgrade it, and it will double the space by another 40,964 or whatever that number is. And then you can upgrade it again, but it costs 30,000 shards and then 40,000 shards, and it just incrementally increases. So that's why shards are important for some people. For me, it's mostly just claim blocks, which I have plenty of now, so now I can sell my shard stuff. But I do want tokens. I always want tokens, which is why I wanted the money, which was to be able to sell spawners to get tokens. Make sense? So we covered shards, we covered souls. The only thing I can really... Yeah, let's do that. I'll show you how that works. So let's go. Oh, caps lock. Let's say let's find a really useless one that's been used before. I hate breezes. Something not crazy. Sheep spawner. Nope, because there's as soon as I what just happened? Okay. Anyway. Alright. I'd rather use one that's an individual. Okay, yeah, here's a perfect example. Right here. See right here how it says 3 blocks, 4 entities, 19 seconds. So if you place this spawner down, and you right click it, you can see with 1,000 souls, you can upgrade the count, or how many entities it can spawn at a given time, and you can downgrade it, which still costs souls, but it's only 100 souls. This explains the range, the spawn count, and the delay. The delay is arguably the most important thing. You want the delay to be as low as possible, and then you want the spawn count to be as high as possible. The range we don't really care about. But yeah, that's the only other thing you'd really use souls for, is to upgrade a spawner itself. And I didn't think that through. I don't think I have a Silk Touch spawner. Or a Silk Touch pickaxe. Huh. Yeah. I should have thought that through. We'll just do this. What was that? A zombified piglin? Let's see if nuggets are for sale, actually. They are. So how about that? Let's do that. Collect, oh, yeah. You have to actually unlock auto sell. 5 million to do it, jeez. It's not really worth it right now, but it will be later, because we're gonna use the spawner extractor later for another project. So then go back to the nugget, and we want to auto sell it. They also drop rotten flesh, which we want to auto sell if we can. I don't know if that would even be in stock. I thought that was it. It is not. And ironically, it's worth more. So in that case, you would want to shred it, but it's 7 million to shred, and I don't want to unlock the shred. There's just no point. And then, what was the spawner again? Zombified piglin. Where is it? Oh. Extract. You always have to make sure that you put the mob on extract. Otherwise, it's not going to do anything. Oh, that'd be creepy. A warden spawner? Holy crap. Anyway, I don't know if that spawner is actually even gonna do anything. But because the spawner extractor is there, well, we'll never know. Unless he drops loot. Oh, okay, yeah, it is working. We're going to go to dispose of rotten flesh, since we can't sell it right now. That was just a rough explanation of spawners, souls, shards, and tokens. I know Visuals FTW made a video pretty similar to that, but I had somebody specifically ask me to do it, so I just wanted to explain those currencies and what they mean to you as a new player. And then obviously money is the main currency, and that is gained usually by auto farming of some form. So like I could turn the auto farm on for selling sugarcane, but right now sugarcane is not in rotation. Every time you hear somebody say rotation, 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 what does that mean? Rotation is right down here. When you're in /shop and you check down there in the bottom right corner, 4 days, 14 hours, 57 minutes, 35 seconds. It means in that time, once that hits 0, then all of the items are going to randomly change on what can and cannot be sold. And that goes for every server. They're almost synchronized, but not quite. They're all off by just a couple minutes. What was that? And the point of the cocoa bean farm is because there's just so many cocoa beans that you can have planted, and the fact that you can go vertical instead of horizontal. And you can plant it on both sides. Cocoa beans are also worth more than sugar cane. So like if we go here, the price doesn't change. Only the fact that you can buy or sell the item is what changes when it rotates. The shop rotates. So as you can see, cocoa beans are selling for $40 each right now. So every time a cocoa bean matures, I make 40 bucks. And then we were talking about sugarcane before. Sugarcane sells for 25, but is crossed out. Currently not for sale. It's not in rotation. So right now, the sugarcane farm would be completely worthless if we didn't have it set to auto shred. But because it's set to auto shred, we're going to gain shards over time just from being here. And then the point of building your farms and expanding your farms is because you want to make the most money possible. You want to maybe, I don't know, have a party and do Hall of Fame. Let's see the top people. So that gets you into points. I don't do points personally because I'm non-competitive. But sometimes, holy crap, 87 members. That's suspicious. Anyways. Sorry, I forgot to mute my phone again. Yeah. That's suspicious. 87 members or whatever it said. Basically, if you place in the top 5, I think it is, in the Hall of Fame, you get vouchers, money vouchers for the store that you can use to spend on buying stuff. Yeah, that was my last video being advertised right now. Cool. I like it. Oh, that'd be a good XP farm. 200 spawners is really good. Pretty soon I'm going to work on a passive mob spawner, which is why I've been collecting all those spawners. And why I've been trying to get my balance up is to buy more spawners for that sake. And I want to basically make a public passive mob spawner so that people can get souls for free, just like Susino does. I'm just gonna need a lot a lot more than 30 spawners to do that. Anyway, I think I thoroughly explained that. This isn't really a survival episode, but more of a survival tutorial. So that's what we'll call it. A survival tutorial. Or an intro to shards and souls and tokens, and basically me copying Visual's FTW video. Yeah. I'm not making this to copy you intentionally. I'm making it because people actually asked me to make a video about it. Like a couple hours ago. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. I love you. Peace out. Bless you. If you didn't sneeze during this video, then bless your face and good.